there, and welcome to my channel. My name is Crafty Kathy, and I'm so happy and thankful that you stopped in to craft and spend a little time with me today. I have some very easy, inexpensive fall DIY decor ideas that are going to be some of the main staples you'll want for your home. So let's jump on in. We're going to start off with this wood platter, and I got this one at the Dollar General, not Dollar Tree. And I got it when fall was over, and I only paid $2 for this, so watch out for their sales. We're going to use 2 of the taller black Dollar Tree candlesticks, and you can use any size you want. I just wanted the tallest ones. But be careful with this style because sometimes they're a little wonky on the top, but they're very easy to bend back the way you want them to go. Now I have this bushel of flowers, and I got these from Hobby Lobby. Sometimes if it's going to be a main staple piece and I really want to beef it up, that's where I will get mine at. I paid like $4 to $5 for each of these bushels. I have 2 of them. Now, I do get a lot of mine at Dollar Tree also, but I think I got these when I had my booth, and I was using these for a swag over the top of my booth. So I really wanted to step it up, But I mean, $4 is not that bad for this quality. So all I'm doing is cutting these off all the way up to where that joint comes together right there, because we don't want any extra sticking out. All I'm going to do, since these are so plush and full, is I'm just going to kind of lay these where they're kind of crossing over each other, but we can cover up those stems a little bit. And just look how full these are just from these 2 bushels. And you can just kind of fool around with them, play around with them. I have had these things for probably 3 to 4 years, and they still look great. However, when I first pull them out of the box, they're always a little bent up, but they just kind of fluff like a Christmas tree. It just takes them a day or two. And I have to say, though, pulling these things in and out of a tote year after year for about 4 years, even if they were $5, $6, I definitely got my money's worth out of them. I just keep recreating different things with them every year. This is going to go probably on my TV table, but like I said at the first, I made a swag when I first got these, and they're just beautiful, and they're leaves, and they're timeless. Now we're going to use these little flowers that have the pumpkins on them. I got these at Walmart. They were 97 cents. I'm just going to take one and add it to each side. I'm not trying to get these like perfectly centered or anything like that, but I do have some little acorns that are on these bushels of leaves that I want to be seen, because it just brings another little cute touch to everything, another little special element. Now, you can kind of tell back in the back how crumpled up my leaves are back there. And I do try to straighten them a little bit. But like I said, for whatever reason, after a day or 2, these will kind of fluff out and look right again. And then the last thing that I'm going to add to this, I don't want to do too much. These are just several little pieces that I think these came from something from the Dollar Tree. And I don't know if these are those cattails that they sell that come about 4 or 5 on a bushel. I'm really not sure, but I'm just going to stick an uneven number in there because I think that looks better. And I do have just a few little leaves here that came off whenever I was opening it up. And I like to use these to cover up spots like maybe bald spots or somewhere that I just want to cover up. The only other thing that I did to this is I had got some pretty big pine cones from the park last year, and I lightly spray painted one a beautiful rustic orange color, and I set it in the center, and I thought that looked so good. I also added 2 of the tiny little apples from Dollar Tree, and I hope you like this one. I love to use these little signs that I find in the picture section at Dollar Tree because you can make all kinds of cute little shelf sitters or whatever. We're going to use this beautiful white color called Beadboard. It's by DIY Paint. I get all my DIY paint products from my friend Lori at Milton's Daughter, and I'll leave her information down below in case you ever want to try their paint. It's clay-based, and it is my favorite kind of paint. So all I'm going to do is just give this 2 coats. And while I'm drying this down real quick, I just want to take a moment to welcome you to my channel. I'm so happy and thankful that you stopped in to spend a little bit of time with me today and to chat and craft. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I would love for you to do that. And also, if you do enjoy this video, please hit the like button because it really helps me out on YouTube. I totally forgot to record myself using some of the Waverly Antique Wax. I just used a baby wipe and went over that bottom portion. And I'm also I have it on my paintbrush here, what's left over. And I'm going over these beads too. I don't necessarily want to give them like a full coat. I just wanted to kind of give it a little bit of hint of the color, if that makes any sense at all. And don't forget to get your edges too, and all around the sides. I'm going to be using one of these beautiful pieces of rice paper, and this is by AB Studio. Lori sent these to me from Milton's Daughter, and she sent these last year, but if they don't have these exact ones, they have some that are very similar. She also sent me one with some cute little ghosties on it. So I just went through to see which one that I wanted to use, and the reason why we do the white, why we painted this white, is because when you decoupage something onto a white surface, it makes the picture so much brighter and it makes it pop. Now I cut that white trim off around my paper because I want to get to closest to the edge that I can. For most of my decoupaging projects, I find that a glue stick is sufficient. I normally use the ones that are the purple ones, and that way I can just peel off whatever I'm using the glue stick on, and I can just change it as seasons change. However, this one is a permanent glue stick. Just keep that in mind. It's just a little bit more stickier than the regular kind. So if you do want a more permanent hold, that would probably be the ones that you would want, are the permanent, and they are in my Amazon store in case you want them. So all you're going to do is lay this down, and you're just going to smooth it out with your fingers. And if you use the glue stick, since it's not wet, you don't ever have to worry with wrinkles or anything like that. And like I said, if I want to change this up later and take this piece of rice paper off, I definitely can do so. I grabbed my little finger sander and went around and got all the edges off. You just go away from yourself in a downward motion and it will make the most perfect crisp edge on your paper. See how good it looks already? I'm going to take just a little dauber and use some of this Waverly Antique Wax that had spilled. And I always let you guys know that mine is really watered down. It's probably 10% wax and 90% water in my jar because I like a lighter look to it. So I'm just going around and using what I had spilled there and just kind of shading this in and giving it a little bit more of an antique look. And then I went all over the whole picture. I think this looks amazing the way it is, but I want to add one more little thing. I got these little words from Hobby Lobby the other day. Everything's half off in their fall, so I only paid $1.50 for these. And there's 6 pieces in there. You have thankful, grateful, and blessed, and each one, they have 2 of them. I like the way the grateful looked, and so I ended up using that little dauber and putting a little bit more of the wax paste on it, and I dried it down really well, and then I'm just going to place this on my picture. And when I left my house and my craft room, I accidentally left my glue gun plugged up, and guys, I have been gone out of that house for about 2.5 months, so needless to say, I fried my glue gun. So I found this out last minute. But I'm just going to use a little bit of wood glue on this little grateful sign and put it kind of catty corner because I like the way that looked. And at first I was going to put something else down on the bottom, but I did not feel that it needed it. And this is all I did to this one, and I hope you like it. This last one is going to be some beautiful artwork for your wall. I just took this old frame that I have. It was from the Dollar Tree, but I like the divots in it. Now, it's almost the right color that I want to use, but I'm going to use Farm Fresh, which is just a little bit more of a deeper color. It's that pretty blue-green color that's in that decoupage paper. I wanted to jump in here real quick and let you guys know that at the end of this video, I do want to show you how I take these 3 simple pieces and install them in my new home. Now, this is my crafting studio at the old house. I'm just using it for today. But this is my first video that I've done in quite a while. And I was so happy to be kind of getting back in the groove and getting some kind of normalcy back into my life. It's been a really long time. But let me know if y'all want to see like a little video of the place where I'm at now. I'd love to show you how I take my pieces and install them and make this tiny place really pretty and homey. So I dried that down. I'm just going to take some of the antique paste. Now this is a Pentart product. I love the Pentart products. I get these from Lori at Milton's Daughter also. And my favorite way to put any of these wax paste on is with my finger. So I went all around the frame, I went into all the little divots, and I still wasn't happy with the way that this looked. So I thought, what am I going to do now? I took some black DIY wax paste, which is kind of the same type of application, except for I'm using a wax brush because I really wanted to heavily put it on, and I wanted to just wipe it back. And when I wiped it back, I just simply used a paper towel. It was a dry paper towel because when you use the baby wipe, you take more of the product off, and I kind of wanted it to be a little bit darker, but not this dark. So I'm going to tell you, then I took a baby wipe because I still felt like it was just too dark. So when I did the baby wipe, I kind of got the color that I was looking for. I was wanting that green color, but I was wanting it like really muddied down. You know, sometimes you just have to keep fooling with the products until you get the look that you've got in mind. Then to finish this product off, what I did was take a thick piece of cardstock. It's an 8x10, just like my picture here is. I put down my permanent glue stick, and we're going to put this picture down, and look how beautiful this picture is. And then I'm just going to pop it back in this frame. Look how pretty that blue color is and how that pops. And I'm so happy how this piece turned out, and I think it's just beautiful. Let me know what you think about it. And now I'm going to show you what these look like in my home. You'll have to excuse me because the lighting is horrible. I don't have any of my ring lights down here. I just literally have the lights turned on. But this is what this area looks like that I'm going to put this on before I did any kind of decorating. It's just got like a simple little angel there in the middle with the candles. And then you see my little pampas grass. I got that at Walmart, by the way, that brownish colored pampas grass. And then I've just got some pictures of my grandsons and one of my wedding pictures there. And of course, candles. And now I'm going to show you what it looks like after I put the fall stuff here. I took down some of the pictures that I had because it was just too much. But you see here in the center, I have the beautiful candlestick piece that I made. I still kept the pampas grass behind it because I thought that looked good. And then in my one picture here with the pumpkins, I set it on the side. And when you walk in my front door, this is the first thing that you see when you open the door. But I did want to give you a feel for this just to show you it only takes a few simple staple pieces that can be made with mostly Dollar Tree items. Now I know I didn't get those florals from the Dollar Tree. However, You can make this with all Dollar Tree materials if you want. But like I said, I do splurge if it's going to be like a main staple piece. I still have probably under $15–20 in this whole little get up here. And I'm so thankful that each and every one of y'all came out, stuck with me. And I'm so glad that y'all are still watching my videos. I thank you so much for your time and your love and your support. And I will be making fresh videos now. I cannot wait to get back going and getting back on my routine. And I love you guys so much. And I will be seeing you here next time, Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. Did you know that if you're on a phone or a tablet that you can just touch my face right here and subscribe to this channel? You sure can, and I would love for you to do that. Also, don't forget to hit the big thumbs up button, and here's another video that you can hit and watch as soon as this one's over. God bless you and your families.